How is it going, everybody? Happy Thursday. Tomorrow, we're back in the gym. Hallelujah. Today, I'm going to just break down the workout for you guys. Thursday is my rest day. We're going to finalize everything, head over to the gym, make sure we're good to go for tomorrow. We have 13 stations. They're all separated. They'll have their own equipment inside that station. So for anyone that is kind of concerned, things should be very organized, very clean. Things should be very well run. So I know a lot of gyms, like in other states that I'm seeing, like act like nothing's changed, and literally people are all on top of each other, like sweat and share and a bunch of stuff. That won't be the case. It'll be very organized and very distance inside the gym. So for today, what we have going on for our workout, we have 7 rounds, 14 sprawls, 10 pistol squats or single leg box squats, followed by 6 thrusters. So 7 rounds is aggressive because we have a 16-minute time cap on top of that. So most of the 7 a.m. class finished. However, a few didn't. So just move methodically. Make sure that when you're moving, you try to keep the transition between each movement short. So don't do the 14 sprawls as fast as you can, and then you take like 30 seconds before you start the pistol squats because you're trying to catch your breath. Just move today. It's a total of 210 reps, I think. So you want to just get the work done. If you go out too hot, you're gonna have serious regrets. So we're going to go right into the warm-up. No mobility today before the workout because the warm-up has a good amount of mobility stuff built into it and should get you moving pretty well, unless you want to do your own mobility in between from the warm-up to the Metcon. But I will provide you guys with stretches you can do after the workout as well, okay? So let's break it all down, and you guys will be ready to hit the workout. So for the warm-up, 4 rounds, 10 goblet squats, 5 inchworm with a push-up, 10 cat-cows, 5 each side, quad dominant lunges. So we have a new exercise there, those quad dominant lunges. Let's break it down. First, for your goblet squats, you can use a front. If you have a barbell, you can do a front squat as well. If you have a dumbbell or a kettlebell, just hold it on the chin. From here, the biggest thing I see people do is everyone knows how to squat. You guys are very, very smart. When you go down, people tend to let their knees out, which is perfect. When they get to the bottom, they feel like the knees cave in a little bit, and then they drive back out on the way up. You want to keep the knees out even at the bottom of that squat. You don't want the knees to have any kind of deviation going inwards if you can prevent that. So knees out as hard as you can, especially at the bottom of that squat, 10 reps of goblet squats. Then you have 5 inchworms with a push-up. So the whole point of the inchworms is really straight the backside and get those hamstrings and calves. So with my legs straight, I'm going to lean forward and get my hands close to the floor as I can, and then lean forward and then bring my hands to the floor, walk it out, push up, walk back in until I come all the way back up to standing. Just 5 of those. After that, you have the 10 cat-cows, tabletop position, round your back and arch your back. Just 5 each. So 5 cats, 5 cats. Boom. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you're doing 10 total out of that. Next, you have 5 quad dominant lunges on each leg. For here, you're gonna typically we always tell you with lunges, you want to make a 90-degree angle with that front leg. You want to make sure you're not putting too much weight on that knee. Today, we're doing the opposite of that today. Today, we're going to purposely push our knee past our toe to get more of our quad involved, to get it ready for the single leg squats we have going on in just a second, okay? So you wouldn't do this type of lunge, in my opinion, with a ton of weight. You wouldn't do it, with a heavy front rack position or overhead position. It's just a good way to help warm it up with body weight. So don't be too alarmed. If you do kind of feel anything with your knee, then I would just not make it, you need to go as far. So taking a shorter step, boom, drive that knee forward purposely, past your toe. You're going to do 5 one side here, and then 5 the other side. They're not going to be significantly harder than a typical lunge. It'll still feel kind of similar, but it's going to hit more so your quad versus your other, the antagonist muscles of your hamstrings and your glutes, okay? So a lot shorter of a step, literally like maybe a couple inches from the heel of that front foot and the toes of the back foot. Then drop that knee down and then come back up. It's kind of imitating that pistol position, just without the leg coming off the floor, okay? So 4 rounds of that. It's a good amount of movement and a good amount of reps in the warm-up. You want that today, okay? I promise you. Now, once you've done that, if you have anything else that kind of like needs some attention, you can go ahead and do some mobility before you start the workout. If you need any recommendations, I would probably do quad stretch. So grab your heel, pull towards your butt. Everyone has pretty tight quads out during quarantine and sitting around a lot, so I definitely do that. I would also do that runner's lunge to hamstring stretch. So boom, drive that hip forward. So that way you're opening up that hip, straight out that leg, so you're getting that hamstring. So that way because the hamstring get involved a little bit too on the other movements we have going on in today's workout. So I'll hit those two if you feel like your quads are a little or your legs are not fully primed to go. So for the workout, 7 rounds, 14 sprawls to start. For the sprawls, that half burpee, you shoot your legs out, hands on the floor, out, in, come back to standing. If you feel a little bit on your back, a little more than you would like to, you can go wide with your feet. So it looks like this. So out, boom, like that, and just come back down. So that way it shortens range of motion a little bit for you guys. It makes it a little less strenuous on that backside. After that, you have 10 pistol squats. Pistol squats are very challenging. They require a lot of mobility of your ankles, of your quads, of your hips. A lot goes on in a pistol squat, and if anything's lacking, it becomes significantly harder to do or nearly impossible to do. So when you're doing them, if you have a really small surface, like, or if you have like a book that you don't mind like kind of roughing up a little bit, you can add a book under your heel. So it's kind of like you have a pair of lifters on to make them a little bit easier for you to get it done. So having a little bit of heel definitely helps. Going down, get your hips below parallel, come back up to standing. If that's too challenging and you can only get so low and you can't get all the way down with your hip crease below your knee, find an elevated surface, bench, chair, a stack of books, depending on, so you can change the height of how high or how low you want it. You're going to squat down. First, you're going to pick up one leg, find your balance. You're going to squat down, and then on the way back up, you're going to bring your knee or your chest towards your knee, put your weight on that leg, and then come back to standing. So you can never do a pistol squat like this. And just keep your chest vertical the entire time. You'll never get to a pistol that way. You have to lean forward to counterbalance yourself as you push your butt back, and then you lean forward again, come back to standing, okay? The higher the surface is, the easier it is. The lower you go, the more challenging it is. So again, if you had to have like several textbooks lying around, if you really want a good challenge, but you can't quite do it without the assistance of something, you can do that. Otherwise, chair, bench, what else would you have lying around the house? Coffee table. You could use your mattress, depending on how low your mattress is. You could use a toilet, you know? You could get really creative. Anyways, 5 each side there. I would recommend, if you are doing assisted one, is that you just do 5 all on one leg first. So you don't have to readjust your balance every time. You can just find that balance and kind of hold on to it the entire time. After that, you have 6 thrusters. If you have a barbell or 2 dumbbells or 2 kettlebells, perfect, 6 reps. If you have a single dumbbell or a single kettlebell, I want you to put it upon yourself. If that weight is really, really light and 6 thrusters isn't too bad, I want you to double the reps. If you have a heavy weight, like a 40 or 50 or whatever pound dumbbell, it's really challenging, I want you to do 6 total, okay? So thruster, elbows pointed slightly in front. They're not pointed down towards the floor, slightly out in front of you. Squat down, explode, straight into a press overhead. Now, the biggest thing to consider is not letting yourself bottom out the bottom out squat. Don't let yourself go, huh, and then collapse and put a lot of strain on your hips. Come down smooth, explode on the way up, and have a hard press, okay? So if you have a really, really light weight, give me 6 and 6 each round. If you have really heavy weight, just do 6 one round, do the other 2 movements. When you come back around, switch to the other side for 6, okay? Okay, cool. So the workout, 7 rounds, 14 sprawls, boom, bop, 10 pistols, pow, pow, 6 thrusters. I don't have a sound effect for that one. I couldn't think of a different sound effect. I'm sorry. So that's what we have for today, guys. Have fun. 16-minute time cap, so it's aggressive. You got to move consistently. Again, the biggest thing is just moving through those reps and moving smooth and methodically. Don't let yourself get all push hard on one exercise and just die off on the other one. Definitely try to move smart and keep that rest in between short. The pistols are the easiest in the aspect of they're not going to jack your heart rate up. Thrusters will, sprawls will. The pistols are naturally slower, so you kind of can breathe a little bit more during those reps, okay? Cool. If you guys have any questions for me, Hudson at CrossFit Humanity. We're finalizing the gym today, getting everything ready. If you're going to the gym tomorrow, I'll be there tomorrow morning doing the morning classes, and I will be there on Saturday as well doing the 9 a.m. and the 10 a.m. classes on Saturday, okay? You have to reserve ahead of time, so that way we can make sure you have a spot, because we're only doing 13 per class, okay? So that way everyone has barbells, plates, squat rack, all that. Cool? Again, but if you have questions on that and need help logging into classes, whatever, email me, Hudson at CrossFit Humanity. Cool. Have a great workout, guys. Have a great day. See you soon. Take care.